for Audacious Life Live right here on Wednesday at noon on Facebook and YouTube, soon to be Instagram. I am Stephanie Young, and I am incredibly honored and grateful that you would choose to join me for our 10 to 15-minute quick videos where we talk about how to embrace audacious living and have that be something that is a part of your everyday life. If you are new to this live stream and you've never been with me before, I am so, again, just grateful that you're here. But I'm Stephanie Young, and I am an audacious success coach who helps overwhelmed women go from floundering to flourishing in the areas of heart, health, habitat, and habits. And we do this in a myriad of different ways through free support as well as paid coaching. And we are so excited, me and my team are so excited that you would choose to be here to talk about some topics that are relevant to women who are super busy and have so much going on in their lives. Today, we are talking about what audacious health looks like, what the arena of health looks like in our lives, and how, like, what it looks like to have audacious health, what it looks like when we don't have it, and how we can make it part of our everyday life going forward. So, again, I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you for jumping in just for our quick 10 to 15-minute video where we talk about quick topics that are relevant and can be helpful for some tips that can help you moving forward. So, we're going to jump right in because so often what I see and what so many people talk to me, clients that I have, clients I've worked with in the past, and just in all these other like groups with like moms and women entrepreneurs, what I see over and over and over again are people saying, "Oh my goodness, I'm so exhausted, I'm overworked, I don't know how to prioritize my health. I feel like there's so much contradicting information coming at me, or the list of things that I should be doing is so big. It's so big." And I don't think they're wrong. I don't think these women are wrong in any way, shape, or form. Because if you Google, how should I, as a woman, get healthy, or give me a list of things that I should do to get healthy, that list could range from 5 topics to 100+ topics. And if you are going, "Oh my word, I need to do 100+ things to get healthy. How am I going to make all this happen? I'm already so busy. I'm already so tired. I'm already so overwhelmed and overworked." It's like, I'm just going to do nothing because it can be very paralyzing to see a list that big. I myself, when I was doing research for like personal reasons for getting healthy, but also just to like talk about this topic, the lists of things that women should be doing were so long that I myself felt overwhelmed and just had to walk away from it because I was like, how on earth does this even happen? I remember even having conversations with my doctor, and I was literally in tears and saying, "I feel so overwhelmed because I feel like I'm getting all this contradicting advice." I've worked with nutritionists, I've worked with a dietitian, I've worked with fitness coaches. There's so many people that I have paid so much money to, and I feel like everybody is saying something different. And it's just such a struggle as a woman to prioritize our health, my health, when I'm already so busy and so much is going on. How do I even do this? And I feel like it's even bold, it's audacious as a woman to say, "I'm going to prioritize my health," when there's so much information coming our way. And I've talked to a few people in the like health and nutrition industry, as well as my doctor, who I do trust and love dearly. And I'd love to talk about one person in particular, Ebony Stepp, who I absolutely adore. I'm going to tag her in this video later because she is just such wise counsel in this area. She has so much knowledge. She has done so much study in this area, and I'm so grateful for her expertise. But she's been so patient and so loving with me and has literally sat with me on phone calls while I have sobbed about this and been like, "I feel so confused and I feel like I don't know where to go." And she was very patient in explaining that, it's so easy for people to say, "Oh, well, women should lift weights, women should do yoga, women should go running, women should go do this." And she was really explaining the concept that movement is medicine for our bodies, and that when we're in movement, it helps our bodies in so many ways. And that we as women have the freedom to choose how we want to stay in movement. And I kept thinking, oh my word, that is so audacious for her to say and to give the permission to her clients and even to me just on that phone call to say, Stephanie, you can pick the movement that you want to do for your body and say, this is the thing that will help me to stay in movement for my health. And I'm so eternally grateful for her for that. And it meant so much to me. And it realized that in the category of health for women and in for us, that it is audacious to simply say, I'm picking the movement that feeds my soul and that helps me to be healthy and happy without listening to all of the things that I should be doing, without letting people should all over us. And so when we talk about the topic of what is audacious health, what is the like surprisingly bold thing that we could be doing for our health? One of those facets is simply to be in movement, whether you love to do a hit workout or do yoga or simply be walking outside. It's whatever movement is keeping you happy. That is part of audacious health for you. And another facet of audacious health would be our sleep. When I talked to my doctor about this, and I was like, oh my word, there's just so much information that comes pouring in at women. What on earth do we even do? How do we even start? She was like, honestly, for women, our biggest things, the biggest thing that most women struggle with, besides being in movement, was women tend to struggle with hydration. We tend to struggle with sleep. We tend to struggle with movement, and we tend to struggle with the food side of health. Now, I'm going to tell y'all that I am not here to preach about our food and how we need to be eating because that is certainly not my area of expertise. But she was like, those tend to be the four areas where women struggle the most. And so, as females, as women who give so much of ourselves to our families, to our jobs, to our friends, to everything that we do, it becomes very easy to put our health on the back burner and to just kind of forget that we need to take care of it. And so my doctor's been so wonderful, and as I've had conversations with Ebony and other amazing health and fitness people, it's become really apparent that when we go back to like basic things, the most audacious thing that we as women can do for ourselves is say, I'm going to stay hydrated. I'm going to get rest, whether that is focusing on having your 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And some women might even need 10 hours of sleep. Some women can function on 6 hours of sleep, and some women need more. But getting good, solid sleep or finding the ways to get little bits of rest here or there in the form of a nap or saying, I'm taking a break from my phone. I'm going to put my phone down and I'm going to rest from being on social media. That is productive. That is the beautiful thing for your health. But saying, I'm going to focus on my hydration, my sleep, being in movements, some kind of movement that makes my body and my soul unbelievably happy, having that in our lives. And yes, there is a nutrition component to doing that. I'm not here to tell you what vegetables to put on your plate or how many servings of them to have because, we always have try to aim for your 3 to 5. But if you hate vegetables and you've got one veggie on your plate, I'm going to celebrate that with you because, frankly, that's a win. I've definitely had days where I'm like, I don't remember if I ate a vegetable today. We have those days. And so maybe getting one veggie in a day is pretty dang good. Again, I'm not going to preach to you about what to put on your plate. That's not my place. I'm okay with that. But understanding that nutrition can be a thing that helps our health and finding people that will help you understand how to like take care of our bodies nutritionally can be very helpful. I'm on a personal journey right now, figuring out how nutrition can help me as it pertains to like my period. Like I'm gonna be just point blank. I'm not even gonna say my feminine intuition because honestly, I'm not really sure how much in tune I am with my feminine intuition. It's definitely more like, man, my period is kind of obnoxious, and I'd really like for it to not be. And so I've been reading a lot about how to cycle sync and see, like, man, can I kind of tune into like where I am in my cycle and use foods to help my cycle be not so obnoxious. And so far it's actually working fairly well, which is blowing my mind. And so again, audacious health in our lives as women to me and in conversations with other fitness people and other nutrition people and with my doctor, who I adore again, really came and boiled down to, as women, having the ability to say, I'm prioritizing my hydration, I'm prioritizing my sleep, I'm prioritizing my movement, and I'm prioritizing my how I eat. Now, again, I'm not going to tell you to go cut out all desserts because Lord knows I love a good peanut butter cookie. I think peanut butter cookies are delightful. And if you handed me a slice of Basque cheesecake, I'm going to say, grab a fork, let's share it. Uh, but at the same time, we all do know that occasionally a vegetable is good for us. So, those are the four like mini topics within Audacious Health that can be helping us, that can help us to feel more alive, more excited, more vibrant, more able sometimes to even pursue our dreams and be excited about what life has to offer. So if you've ever been sitting there going, "Oh my goodness, I constantly feel overwhelmed. I constantly feel exhausted. I wish that I could like take care of myself better or have my health be something that is more uh more of a priority in my life, but every time I google it I feel overwhelmed by all of the lists of things I should be doing." Consider that maybe there's only 4 things that you really could focus on, and even of those 4 things, pick 1 and say 4 things is even too overwhelming, so I'm gonna pick 1, and think about what 1 thing would be the most beneficial for you. Are you chronically dehydrated and maybe having some more water or some more herbal tea in your life would make that better? Having a hydrated body can really affect you in so many beautiful ways because let's be honest, we're basically like really fancy houseplants that need to be watered from time to time. And so having a more hydrated self can be really great because I don't know how familiar you guys are with houseplants, but I know that when I forget to like water my pothos plant, it like gets really wilty and looks really sad. And then when I water it, it perks back up and it's all happy. We are super fancy houseplants in that when we are watered, we tend to perk back up and we are happier. And when we're not watered, we tend to kind of wilt and be less happy. So, again, if 4 things is too much, pick 1, and that's okay. It's better than nothing. And also, in the category of rest and sleep, remember, doing nothing is also a good thing because rest is productive. Rest is beautiful. Rest helps take care of you, your soul, your body, everything about who you are. Rest is such a wonderful thing. And movement, finding that movement that helps you just feel and be who you are and allowing your body to be in motion and allowing your like joints and your muscles and all those beautiful things that keep us going and allowing that to be a part of who you are instead of fighting it, allowing it to be part of it. I know for me it's being more in motion with walking, allowing my Fitbit to track my steps, things like that. And I'm a fan of yoga, so I tend to try and find more ways to do yoga rather than like running out to find a HIIT class, which is not really my thing. But I love the people who love HIIT classes. Go you, more power to you on being just unbelievably awesome human beings. You know, again, I the thought of doing all of those activities kind of scares me. But finding ways to add things to your life that don't add to the overwhelm. So having more in your life that doesn't add to the overwhelm or even taking out things that don't add to your overwhelm. So if you have been overwhelmed and going, "Stephanie, I don't even know what audacious health would look like," consider that audacious health can look like being hydrated, getting rest that helps refill your body so that you're more alive, being in movement a little more often, and considering having more nutritious things in your life while also enjoying things like a slice of Bash cheesecake once in a while. And if you're not sure how to have more nutritious things in your life, finding someone that can be helpful and figuring out what that looks like in your life, either with a doctor or a fitness expert, a nutrition expert who has lots and lots of training and certifications under their belt. Ebony is definitely someone I would love to connect you with if you're looking for someone. She is seriously amazing. Uh, but anyway, and if you are looking for more counterpart with your health and not necessarily someone who's going to focus on nutrition. I would love to help support you in the ways of prioritizing your rest and in prioritizing your hydration and saying like I would love for my health to be an audacious thing to help me recognize that having more rest in my life and having more hydration in my life and even a little bit more movement that is fun can be something that allows me to like pursue my dreams and see those dreams come true. Friends, if any of this has resonated with you, if there was something that like lit a light bulb above your head and you went, wow, that was really amazing, I'd love for you to share below what that was so that others can learn from what you learned and what lit your heart on fire. I hope that you'll join me again next week where we talk about what an audacious habitat is so that we can all share together how to have a more audacious life so that we can go from floundering to flourishing and have the life of our dreams. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Stephanie Young, Audacious Success Coach, and I hope you have a super wonderful